Hi guys, welcome back. So when we use this phrase, you name it, we use it to mean there are many other things to choose from. Whatever you think of, whatever idea you say, it's got it.
So does it have a chicken app?
Yes.
Okay. What about beef?
Yes.
Okay. What about bananas?
Yes.
Or is that just fruit?
No, there's probably a special one for bananas. So Erin has named 3 things, or 4 things almost, and each one, it's got it. So you name it, it's got it. Whatever you can think of, it's there.
Okay, well, Laura's going to tell us a little bit more about the Foodie app. She says it will even tell you the best way to position the camera. Now this is something that I might need.
Okay.
So here she's using position as a verb, and it means to carefully place something in the position you want it to be in. So here, Laura is explaining that the app shows you the best way to place or hold the camera to take a good photo. Maybe above, or
Side,
this way, or like this.
way. Oh, I see.
So I don't know how to do these things. So if the app is going to tell me how to do it, it would be a lot easier for me to use.
Well, that kind of takes out the fun of figuring it out for yourself.
Well, I mean, if you were a professional photographer, that might be a thing you do, but I don't take a lot of photos to begin with, so just to make it easier.
Thing is, you've got you can take endless photos, so you can use this kind of, you can see which one looks best. If you had film, maybe you'd want to just do it once. Anyway, Pat says, wow. That foodie photo looks like it was taken by a professional. Now, we've kind of been talking about professional photographers, okay? When we say a professional photographer, professional is an adjective. Here, a professional, we're using it as a noun. Now, both words are spelled the same way, noun or adjective. It's P-R-O-F-E-S-S-I-O-N-A-L. Professional. So a professional is a person who does a particular thing as a job and is paid to do it and does it regularly and usually has the training, the skills, experience or qualifications to do that job. If you're not a professional, you are an amateur and you only do something for fun or for interest rather than for pay. Maybe you only do it once or twice. For example, we hired a professional to take our wedding photos as we wanted them to look good. So you might have a friend who's good at it, but it's not his job. So he's an amateur, no matter how good he is. So you want someone whose job it is and knows what they're doing and can do it quickly.
How to work with the light and what positions you want to be in, these kinds of things.
Yeah, and they would get paid for their work. So they are a professional.
All right, so Pat said this photo, it looks like it was taken by a professional, and Laura's going to respond. She says, I know. Foodie lets you make the image brighter or darker. Okay, so you get to play with the light a little bit in the app, I guess. And maybe if you don't know how the light works with the camera, Foodie's going to help you do that, to kind of fix it for you.
So clever.
Right. So we saw the noun image here. It's spelled I-M-A-G-E, image. An image is the picture of something that you see on a screen. So, for example, you can see us on the screen right now watching this video. This is an image. Now, in the article, it's a picture you can see on the screen of a phone. But it could also be on a movie screen, a computer screen, or a TV screen. And then in an example, we could say around 100 years ago, images on movie screens were black and white.
Yeah, that is true. Okay, and we learn more about the functions of the Foodie app. Laura says you can even use a flashlight effect if it's pitch black.
Interesting.
Okay, so if it's really dark where you are, maybe you're out at night or you're camping, you're in a dark restaurant, or you just want to see the food with a flashlight in the dark just to see what it looks like, you can do it. And she uses the phrase or the compound adjective there, pitch black. Pitch black is 2 words with a hyphen, pitch and black. Now, pitch is this black, sticky substance that is made from things like oil or vegetables or stuff like that. You use it to make things waterproof, okay? But because it's really black, it's kind of become a fashion to say pitch black because it is black as pitch.
Right.
A thick, dark, liquid or substance?
I'm not sure, but maybe it's kind of like, as far as colors go, is it the blackest you can get?
I don't
the color?
think there are many different types of black, but pitch black makes you think of something that is
really, really
very
black.
Yeah, and thick as well. Just kind of not a bit of shade. It's thick black. If you think of a shadow, it'd be a really dark one.
Yeah. Okay, so Pat says, it's really incredible, but let's dig in. I'm starving. Now, Pat's getting hungry here.
Always.
He's impressed with the foodie app, but he wants to eat his food. But before we go on, let's talk about the word incredible.
He can't eat yet?
No. Oh. Incredible is an adjective, and it describes something that's really large, great, or interesting.
So the food may have been incredible and the app may have been incredible, but what Pat wants to do is dig in. Now, dig in is an informal phrase used to mean start eating. And we kind of also mean eating in an informal way. You'd maybe eat quickly, talk while you're eating, rather than in a polite sort of knife and fork cutting way. Dig in just means get it in your mouth. And he wants to do that because he's starving.
Right, so let's take a look at this adjective here, starving. It's spelled S-T-A-R-V-I-N-G, starving. Here it's being used as an adjective, but when it comes from the verb starve, to starve. Now, when you say you're starving, it means you're very, very hungry. In the US, people sometimes say, I'm starved, to mean the same thing.
Now, really, the real meaning is that you're dying because you're not getting enough food.
Right.
But informally, when people are just talking, I'm starving, just means I'm really hungry.
Right. So let's use it in an example sentence. Lisa is starving, so let's stop and take a break for some food soon.
Okay. Right. Now, Pat really wants to eat, but Laura still won't let him.
Nope.
She says, hold on.
Oh, just like hold that thought.
Yeah, wait. Don't do it just yet because she wants to do something else. She says, don't touch your food until I take a picture first. Okay, now I've been here, you know, the food gets served and my wife would like to take a picture of it first. So I've got into the habit of doing this. I'm a good boy.
Okay, well that's good. I usually would be just like Pat here in the article and say, no way! I want to eat my food, so I'm going to say no.
Okay, well Laura's got to come back for that. She says, in that case, I'm going to upload all of your ugly pictures on Instagram. So that's a threat. She's saying in that case, if Pat doesn't wait, she will upload his ugly pictures. Now the verb upload is a very modern one, okay? It's spelled U-P-L-O-A-D, upload, and it means to take photos or documents or other things from a phone or even a computer and put them onto a website on the internet. We could also use it to mean take something from a phone or a camera or a smaller device and put it just on a very big device.
Right.
So you'd upload photos from your phone to your laptop and then upload those same photos from your laptop to a website like Instagram.
Right.
Here's an example. I took a video with my phone and uploaded it to Facebook.
Okay. Now, Pat says, all right, do your thing then. Now, Laura's threatened him, and he doesn't want all of his ugly pictures on Instagram, so he says, all right, okay, do your thing then. Now, this phrase means to just say, go ahead.
Yeah, do what you want to do.
Right.
And then Laura says, hey, I just noticed something. You photobombed all of my selfies today. That's not nice.
Oh, what a sneaky boy.
To photobomb means to appear unexpectedly in someone else's photos, usually to ruin it, by kind of getting in the frame at the last minute. We can use it to just kind of mean to make a funny face in somebody else's photo where you're in the background. So all of those things can be photobombing. It's all usually done as a joke,
right?
Although sometimes you can do it by accident. You just suddenly turn and make a strange face. So if Erin was, if I was taking a photo and Erin suddenly leapt in there and ruined it, it would be a photobomb.
Now, my favorite photobombs that I see on the internet are the ones with animals.
Yeah, they're good.
Animals photobombing your photos. All right, well, Pat's been a little bit sneaky today. He's been photobombing all of Laura's photos. And we finish our article with a description or a scenario. It just says, Pat grins. Now, grin is a verb. It's spelled G-R-I-N, grin, and it means to smile widely, especially in a way that shows your teeth. Now, here in the article, Pat is grinning because he did something silly, and Laura didn't notice it until the end of the day. He's grinning because he thinks it's funny.
It is funny.
Now, as an example, we could say Nora grinned as she saw her best friend walking toward her.
Okay, and that brings us to the end of the article, so it's time for today's For You Chat question.